Hello and welcome back to another Cubic Castles video. Right then, I thought it was time to do a new version of my How to Not Get Scammed guide, as there's been some changes since the last one, and yeah, thought we'd go over some of those changes and some of the new scams which are happening, and you know, do a little refresher on some of the other bits and bobs from it. So, the first thing we're going to look at is, well, I'm going to go over the big two, and that is always use registers when trading, and never ever give perms to people, even if you like really trust them. Okay, right, if you really do trust them, give them perms and let them help you build, but never leave them with perms. And because if you give someone permissions, you are basically saying, like, if I gave someone permissions to this room, say, I am basically giving them permission to do anything they like to this room. So they could take every single item I've got, they could take all my stuff, all my blocks and everything, and they would be fine doing that, you know, because I have literally given them permission to do so. So, like, yeah, be real careful with who you give permissions to. Now, the register thing. Now, there has been an update to the register thing. Now, there used to be quite a lot of these swap scams, and since the register upgrade, so if we do a little trade, go on, Cubic G-Dog, offer me your best deal. What you got for me? Oh, a pumpkin. Okay, well, I'll give you 50 cubits for it. Why not? That's not a very good trade, actually, for him. But yeah, when I click accept trade, and he clicks accept trade, you're going to get this new screen. Are you sure? Please make sure this trade is what you want. So I'm getting 1 times the Jack-o'-lantern free, and then I've paid 50 cubits for it. So here you can either say yes or no. So if you're not happy with the trade, you can press no, and it will cancel the trade. And if you are happy with it, you can press yes, and that will make the trade go through. But basically they added this because a lot of people were like swapping out items at the very last second, and that was, you know, causing people to, you know, they'd be trying to buy a Roman or something, and then they'd quickly swap it out for a bit of dirt, and then you'd be paying like 5k or whatever for a bit of dirt. But now with that register change, you get like an extra step to make sure you are happy with the trade. Now, there is one little thing you need to check when trading, and I've only had this crop up a few times. Now, it's people selling level 50 pets, or level 49 pets, should I say. And then when they get the pet, they find out it's only a level 2 pet. So I'm going to show you how you can sort that out. So Cubic G-Dog here has got a level 2 pet that he's going to try and trade to me. So can I have your level 2 pet, Mr. Cubic G-Dog? Now, let's say I'm going to buy this for whatever, you know, 1,000 or whatever. I can click my offer. Now, to make sure it's the right level, just click on the pet and it will tell you the level pet it is. So yeah, like there it says, when I click on it, level 2 dog kennel. So make sure you click on that before you press accept trade. Now if he decides to try and swap it out, I don't know. I don't have another doggy, so I can't really describe this. But yeah, you see how he swapped it out there? I've got the little dots. That means something has changed in the trade. So if you see that, if you say you click on the kennel, and then you go to it, press accept trade, and you see the dots before that, that means they've swapped it out. So do be careful with that. So yeah, go on then, G-Dog. I'll have your dog kennel. Why not? Yeah. So that's basically everything on the register. Now let's talk about drop games and block games. Now a drop game is always a scam, guys. I'm not like. Yeah, it's always a scam. Basically how drop games work is they normally have like a little glass enclosure with you in, and then they'll have another glass enclosure with someone else in. They'll be like, okay, drop all your items like this, and whoever's got the best stuff wins. Now, what always happens in these cases is people will start dropping their items, and then they'll get banned from a realm, and then the horrible game owner will come and take your items. So, if you see a drop game, don't play it. Please don't play it, because there's not much we can do about that. You know, you drop them in someone else's realm, so there's no way to, like, prove that, you know, you weren't just giving them to them. So, yeah, please, guys, don't play drop games. Now, the other one, which is quite prevalent at the moment, is block games, or pick the block games. Now, these are where they've got, like, say, 9 items hidden under different coloured blocks, and it'll be like, oh, hey guys, if you pay 500 qubits, you can pick a block and you'll get whatever is under it. Now, these sort of 50-50. Half the time they're actual legitimate games, and that's fine, you know. And then the other half of the times there's rubbish under all the blocks. But all I can really say about this, guys, is they'll always make you pay up front as well. So you'll have to pay the 500 qubits, and then you'll might get to play. You know, you might just pay the 500 qubits and they'll ban you from their realm. Now, only play these games if you really, I would say play them if you know that it's a trusted, you know, game hoster. Don't be doing this with people you don't know. Maybe, you know, watch a game first and see what other people get, and then think, yeah, they got some alright stuff, maybe I will play that. But, you know, another thing I'll say with it is, only play these games if you can afford to lose all those qubits, because, you know, I hate the thought of someone, you know, buying a pack of qubits, or, I don't know, doing 2 weeks worth of daily quests, and then playing these drop games and losing, you know, all of their qubits, or a large amount of their qubits. So, you know, only play these games if you really can afford, you know, to just lose everything, because that may very well happen, and there's not a lot we can do about it when that happens. Now, I will talk about this a little. Now, the official stance of Cosmic Cow Games is that, you know, players are responsible for their items. You know, a long time ago, we only had piggies. That was the only way to trade, was to put our qubits in a piggy and hope and pray that the person I was trading with would give me the item afterwards. Now, that was not a safe way to trade, and there was a lot of scammers. And, you know, you can maybe partly blame, you know, Cosmic Cow for not having safe stuff in the game so we could trade properly. And then they added registers, and they were good. And then, you know, we had these horrible people doing the little last second switches. So they added that, you know, the extra little bit to the registers that says, you know, are you absolutely sure? You know, the second layer of clarification that you're happy with the trade. So, trading, you can trade safely if you use a register. And if you never give perms to people you don't know, and like I say, even if you do know them and you think you know them, you know, don't leave them with perms. If you see them doing anything mildly suspicious, take their perms away immediately. But my stance is just don't give people perms. You know, I always build on my own. I don't give people perms unless I really, really have to. Like, I'll give maybe Hint a perm so he can do a giveaway on the bone course and stuff like that. But I will never give people perms and then just, you know, go for a coffee or something. That is ludicrous. So do not give people perms. Like I say, we've got the register now, so you can trade safely. So it is on you guys now to trade safely and be responsible for your items. Now, from sort of the moderation side of things, mods technically don't have to do anything to help you with scamming now, because, you know, we do have these systems and stuff in place now. Now, I will still give advice to players, you know, who maybe can't get to see this video, and in some very slim cases I may go and, you know, flex my mod muscles and try and get the items back, but that's in very, very slim cases. And, you know, it usually ends up in a situation where, oh, he said he stole my items, and then I'll go to the player and they'll be like, no, I didn't steal his items. And in that case, you know, who am I to believe? Who is anyone to believe in that situation? Now, with there being no way for me to check what actually happened, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. So, like I say, always use registers. Don't play drop games or do piggy trades, you know. Registers are the same price as a piggy now. If you go to a shop and they don't have a register, it's not a shop, in my opinion. And yeah, don't play drop games and don't be dropping your items. Like, I see this quite often. People will be like, oh, I've got a doggy, look. Oh, look, I've got a doggy. And they'll do that. You know, and sometimes, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. If you got a doggy, you can show them in a register. You don't need to, like, drop it and show them. Especially if it's not in your realm. Because you can, like, lose connection. And that will sort of mean that you're not tied to that item anymore. So when you log back in, you won't be able to pick it up unless it's your realm. I can probably show you this with G-Dog. G-Dog? Oh no, we're in a locked realm, so he'll get locked out. But yeah, don't be doing that. But yeah, I hope this has helped. Now, I'm going to touch on one more thing before we wrap up this video, and that is account security. Now, I get a lot of people say, my account was hacked, G-Dog. It was hacked by this guy, and he stole all my items. Now, I think the word hacked is overused quite a lot in this game. I think scammed is overused quite a lot. I think it's more of a con. Especially these drop games, they're a con, in my opinion. Like, a scam is a little bit different by definition, but let's not get bogged down with that. Let's talk about what I wanted to talk about, which is account security. Now, when you start your account, you can log in. You know, you'll create your name and then log in. And you won't have to set up a password immediately. Now, I always suggest making a password as soon as you make a new account. Now, with this password, never, ever tell it to anybody. Now, I've had a few people who said, oh, I told my password to someone because they said they were a moderator. Now, if they are actually a moderator, they will never ask for your password. No mods will ever need to ask for your password, never in game. Now, make sure your password is safe as well. Passwords like 123 are not a safe password. So please make sure that you have a complex password. You know, make sure it's, you know, at least 8 characters long. Now, try and get some numbers in there as well as letters. You know, if you just have password 1, you know, that is so easy to guess. And that is an easy way for people to lose their accounts, or so-called get them hacked. Now, if you have lost access to your account, there's a few things you can do before you contact support. Now, you can try resetting your password, because when you make your password for the very first time, you'll be asked to put in an email address. Now, say you have lost your passwords, let's go out here, and you can go onto the question mark and go, I forgot my password, what do I do? And it'll take you to a web page, which I can't actually show right now. Right, I'll edit that in. It'll take you to a web page, and as you can see, it says, enter your email below, and we will send a link to reset your password. So then you just put your email in and submit it. So then you go to your email inbox and check, and it will let you reset your password. Now, there's no way, as far as I'm aware, that people can change the email that your account is linked to. So, if you have lost your account or you've forgotten your password, just try resetting it before you contact support. So yeah, I think that was everything, guys. But yeah, do be careful. I'll say it again, always use registers when trading. Don't give people perms, don't play drop games, and be suspicious when you play pick the block games. Oh yes, there is one more thing. Should I touch on this or not? Right, in the terms and conditions, you can not trade items in Cubic Castles for items in another game, so please do not do that. It can lead to a permaban. Now, I've had to issue warnings to people who are swapping world locks from Growtopia for items in Cubic Castles. Now, that is not allowed. And it actually damages both games, because say for instance, see a Cubic G-Dog, oh my phone's gone off, that's why. Right, say you swap Krampus for lots of these world locks in Growtopia. Now that is lots of money, or, you know, cubits, currency, which is bought with money in this game that has been stolen basically from this game. So if you do that, you are stealing from the developers, and that's why it's not allowed. And you know, it also hurts the Growtopia side of people as well. So do not be trading items between games or for non-cubic items. So yeah, no monetary, buying qubits from other sites. Now I know there are a few sites out there which will be like, oh, if you enter your username and password, we'll give you free qubits. Those sites are always scams. Never, ever, ever, ever put your username and password in any other site, ever. Well, yeah, I think that's everything, guys. If I've missed anything, mention it in the comments, and I'll get round to maybe covering it, or I'll highlight it with some annotations. But I hope this has helped, guys, and yeah, I'll be back with some more videos soon. I think I'm going to do like some mine guides, sort of showing you all the different types of blocks you can get in each mine and what they're useful for. But yeah, and also we've got the update coming in a few days, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I hope this has helped, guys, and do be careful with your items. There's not much Cosmic Cow Games or the mods can do to help you get them back if you have lost them via a scam, so please do be careful. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.